Alrighty. Just need to sync. Uno momento. And now we are ready to go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to part 26 of my Let's Play for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is a rather strange way for me to do a Let's Play. I've never done a Let's Play like this before, but we'll see how things turn out. In terms of why I'm actually doing a Let's Play in this format, which might be something that you'd like to know, the reason why is because I just don't feel too great about the idea of recording Breath of the Wild as I would a normal Let's Play. There's just something about it. I think it's the idea of how much I need to record for it. I would just prefer to not have to do post-editing and, well, post-editing I say. Obviously all editing is after the fact, so post-editing is redundant. But the ultimate point is that I just feel that I'll be able to do this Let's Play if I do it in a live stream format. Now, this is not going to be the case for all of my Let's Plays. I have no intention of that to be the case for all of my Let's Plays in the future to be like this. However, that is the current situation. Now, I have my setup here a little bit different to how I normally would. I have my image here flipped and put on the left side of the screen rather than the right side of the screen. The reason why is because we have important stuff in the bottom right-hand corner, so yeah, kind of important that we don't have my appearance here in the way. But anyway, so I'm actually streaming to Twitch as well. I've got no idea how that's going to work, but regardless, just going to reload that. I'm not going to be focusing very much at all on any stream chats because I'm not very interested in that. So I pretty much just want to be playing the game as I normally would, and, you know, as if it were a Let's Play, and that's the plan. Now, if I jog my memory as far as what I was doing in the last video, we got done with that shrine over that way, and so now we're on the mainland, and what I was wanting to do is actually pursue the story as per usual, or as per normal, I should say. Now, you can see that locked mementos is the current objective, and I suppose that's what we're going to be doing. I believe Mount Lanayru has a dragon going on there as well. We're not going to bother with that just yet. I'm going to give you an update as far as what's going on with the Let's Play as well, just in general. To start with, yes, it is still not being marked as blind, because I'm not fully blind at the moment. I sort of know what I'm doing. Once I do get to the point where I'm pretty confident that I don't know what I'm doing going forward, as in all of what I could possibly be seeing is brand new, at least for me, at that point I will start marking the Let's Play as blind again, because I have really not played much of this game at all, and it has been my intention to not really look ahead at content beyond what I've already done. So I don't really look at screenshots of the game even from further beyond this point. So pretty much I still am not a huge... well, I haven't really played Breath of the Wild very much. Possibly because I'm rather neutral to it. I might sound at sometimes quite negative about it actually, but it's more to do with the fact that it's not really what I wanted out of a Zelda game, whereas it seems for a lot of other people that's what they wanted out of a Zelda game. The difference between this game and, say, Bloodborne, because I hate Bloodborne. He hates Bloodborne either! No, seriously I do, and the difference between this game and that game is that I like this game. But as a Zelda game, it's not quite what I want, so anyway. I've got a strange shadow behind me right now, and would prefer to not even have that on the screen, but whatever, we'll just have to live with that for now. It is this bizarre shadow, and I don't know what's going on with it really, but anyway. What I have to try and do right now is get higher, and I don't really... oh no, I was about to say I don't really know how we're going to do that, but this looks like the right way to go. In fact, that makes sense, because you can see there is a path on the map here, saying that we can continue up, so I'm pretty down for that. But anyway, I was indeed considering whether or not to just go audio only for this recording. It's just because in a live stream format, I think I would prefer to, at the very least, be on the screen for you guys. That just makes sense to me. So that's what I'm doing. Hope you guys can forgive that. It's a little bit of an unusual Let's Play format, but what do you do? It is a necessity. If I were not to do what I'm doing right now, this Let's Play would be coming to a screaming halt, if it hadn't already, but yeah, that is pretty much how it works, unfortunately. Just going to have a look on YouTube to make sure that it's being displayed properly. As far as the name of the stream itself, I mean, that can be changed in the future, and it will be. That name will be edited. At the moment, it's just saying, Let's Play Zelda Breath of the Wild, live in brackets 26. The way in which I would edit that is by giving it an actual video title, and then maybe giving it a description as well, because I haven't given it a description so far. So that's just something I will change in the future. But regardless, one thing that will not change is the fact that it has already been recorded and live streamed and all of that, so that is the idea. As far as how long these recordings will be going for, I would say longer than the previous Let's Play parts, for the simple reason that it's a bit of a hassle to have shorter recordings when it's in a live stream format, you see. But we'll just see how that works. Maybe I'll do 30 minutes. I was thinking of 40 minutes, but maybe that's just too long. I don't want them to be too long, you know. Anyway, this is actually the very first time I have ever recorded the Wii U. It looks alright, I don't mind its appearance. It seems like the colours are perfectly fine. I was wondering if I needed to make any edits to the colours or the display. It looks perfectly fine, I haven't actually touched it. So, I'm quite happy with how it's looking at the moment. One thing I'm still not quite happy with is the fact that I've got this stupid shadow behind me. I don't really know, I mean, why is it that that's even there? How do I... Maybe I'll sit like this. No, I mean, yeah? I'm trying to see the display. Okay, whatever. Maybe what I can do... I don't know, let's just ignore it. Because if I ignore it, maybe you'll ignore it too. And then we'll all be happy. But anyway, you can see what this sign says. Hateno Ancient Tech Lab, no soliciting. Rightio. So yeah, basically what we're doing here... Actually, I won't spoil it, because maybe you're watching this without really knowing what's going on, which I would doubt for the simple reason that I'm probably the only person on planet fucking Earth who doesn't really know this game inside and out. Or at least the only Zelda fan. But I consider myself to be a true Zelda fan for not having played this game. Actually, no, I'm not a true Zelda fan because A Link to the Past isn't my favourite Zelda game, so I guess, I mean, even having said that, I will not deny at all that A Link to the Past is a phenomenal, phenomenal game, but for me, not my favourite. But of course, all of the purists will say that it is by far the best of the Zelda games, and you know what, that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't even argue against that. However, if someone wanted to dare sit down and say, this is the best Zelda game, that's when I'm going to start arguing. It's not that I have an issue with this game, it's just that it's not a fucking Zelda game, shut up. Anyways, we're not going to get onto that discussion anymore for the simple reason that it's kind of old and annoying for me at this point. Maybe not for you, I haven't discussed it too much in this Let's Play, but anyway, we'll go and pick up these mushrooms because why not? Sunshrooms, ratio. So, what we need to do is actually talk to a woman in here. And this is a warp point as you can tell, but I don't know how to even warp here, really. Maybe now that we've discovered this place... Oh, right. So maybe this thing here is warpable. Because, hold on, we can warp to... Yes. We can... Oh. No. So isn't... Where is Kakariko Village? Is it all the way over here? Okay, so there's no warp point to Kakariko Village, however, you can obviously warp to the shrine that's there. But what about this thing? You can see that it's actually got a marker quite similar to the towers, but anyway, maybe it is warpable. I've never... Well, I would have tried to warp to it in the past, however, I've just since forgotten whether or not you were able to warp there. But with that warping pad, I would suggest that, yeah, you can warp. Anyway, I'm only going to be doing one recording today. Ordinarily speaking, what I would do is actually record multiple Let's Play videos, but sort of keep the stream going. So I would use Restream to control whether there's a connection going through to YouTube and Twitch, so I would stop that connection. Not actually stopping streaming, but I would stop the connection to Twitch and YouTube. Re-edit the video information, then let Restream send that through again. Sort of like turning a tap on and off, but the water's still coming all the time. So, is that even a good analogy? I don't think so, but anyway, point is, this midget, actually, let's not talk to her, we want to talk to this guy. Hello. I imagine you've never seen so many books in one place. Pretty incredible, isn't it? We've gathered all of Hyrule's known literature on ancient civilizations here. As for the actual number of books, well... Is that thing on your waist, is that a Shiekah? There's no mistaking it. That's a real Shiekah Slate, isn't it? I've never actually seen one in person. If you could just show me the runes on it, I'd be most appreciative. Stasis. Ah, magnesis. Yes, yes. The remote bomb and cryonis. And what else? Let's see. So that's it for runes, but strange. It doesn't seem like you have the basic runes. So basically we've got all this special stuff, but we don't have the ordinary basic foundations, so that's kind of interesting. Just to I don't know what I was saying there, just to make it clear, the image that you're seeing right now is not the real image. It's actually a flipped version of what is actually there. It's weird. So this is not reality what you're seeing right here, it's inverse reality. So anyway, just a funny thing that I thought that I would mention. This guy's name is Simon. He knows my name, which is slightly creepy. Okay. Oh dear, I forgot to tell you something very important. Director. Listen, Miss Director. Don't know why I was saying director. Who the fuck says director? This is a real Shiekah Slate. Oh, that's right. I haven't introduced our director. Miss Pura. I'm guessing her name is Pura or Pura. I don't really know how to pronounce it. I wouldn't even begin to wonder how to pronounce some of the things in this game. It's generally location names that blow my mind. I don't really know what's going on with them half the time. But yeah. Just a fun thing. And I'm sure you guys would appreciate the awful, butchered versions of the pronunciations as well. Or maybe they're just supposed to be pronounced really, really stupidly. I don't know. So this ultra lolly is actually the director. And she's kind of old, I think. You see, the director may look like a young girl, but, well, maybe it's not my place to be telling you these things. You should talk to Miss Pura herself. I will do that. Don't spill the beans. Hey, hey, are you surprised? The director of this laboratory is not Simon, it's me. Snappity snap. I know you Americans say laboratory. Well, guess what? You're not going to be hearing that coming out of my mouth in this Let's Play. You don't look like you've changed a bit in the last 100 years, but something must have happened in all that time. Well, no matter. I'm just happy you're still in one piece. Linky? What's that look? You do still remember me, right? Really? Well, I'm so shocked I don't know if I'll ever be able to recover from this. Even though 100 years ago I took you to the Shrine of Resurrection after Calamity Ganon fatally wounded you. Of course, my reading still could stand to be improved. Even though I was the one who put you safely into the slumber of restoration. Despite all that, you still don't remember me? As expected. As expected? Then what was the big reaction for? Oh, sorry. I have a bad habit of taking notes rather abruptly like that. It's a charming quirk, isn't it? Sure. Anywho, do you have any questions for me? How very rude. I was only given one option, so there you go. Or perhaps it's not rude at all. I suppose that's actually a rather logical conclusion to jump to. I didn't even read what we said, so maybe that was a mistake. The truth is, I look this way because of a failed experiment. Well, I say failed, but in some ways it was a success. I documented the full affair in my diary upstairs. Do I really have to be reading that? But the whole thing is embarrassing, so I insist you refrain from reading it. Okay. Anyway, enough about that. Back to the topic at hand. Here you are, after 100 years. I read that with the wrong, I'm trying to, intonation, tone of voice. Anyway, it wasn't the correct way to say that. Anyway, here to defeat Calamity Ganon, who is growing in strength with every passing moment, and to rescue our beloved Princess Zelda. That is, if you've got the courage to try. And to help the one true hero, I, the one and only Pura, will restore the basic functions missing from the Shiekah Slate. Like taking pickies. We can take pickies now, guys. Did I spoil it? I don't really care. Oh, never mind, I did spoil it really hard. First, I need you to run an errand for me. What's with that look on your face? You didn't think I'd fix your Shiekah Slate for free, did you? Yes. Post-slumber of restoration, subject is plagued by presumptuous tendencies. Noted. Let me explain what this errand entails. You know, I would not be having this much fun right now if I were recording non-streamed. There's something about streaming that makes me like, yeah, at least a little bit more peppy than usual, because this is, otherwise I'd be like, here we go, the woman's like small and stuff like that. But anyway, could you please bring the blue flame from the ancient furnace in town? Oh, and also use it to light our furnace? Okay, so basically you need central heating and you're going to make me get it for you. That's fine. I will get that blue flame if I can work out how to do that. This is the back. I was expecting a bit more of an epic. Hold on, can I close this? It seems very rude to leave this open, but whatever. I guess being rude is not something that we can choose whether or not to do. We're just going to be rude, and that's final. But anyway, I don't know if we can warp to this yet or not, but regardless, it does have a fancy icon, so I would guess that that is actually something that we can do. We have been streaming for 15 minutes. I'm going to say we've been recording for 15 minutes. Let's just say that 30 minutes is how long we're going to be recording for with these particular recordings. It helps me, you know, get through the game faster as well, so yeah. I do want to have like a lot of recordings, definitely, for this game, but I don't want that many. I think that's the village down there, isn't it? I should be able to access it pretty easily. Let's not go to... No, back her off. I want to have a look at the map. Is that the village? Is that Hateno Village? Because, I mean, yes it is. I was about to say, I can't see anything that says it's Hateno Village, and it's right there, but anyway. If I used my eyes, then perhaps I wouldn't have to question these things. But anyway, I vaguely remember what we need to do here. You can see that there are these torches that are around here. And basically how we use them is they fuel the fire. So we would ordinarily have to carry the fire, or the flame, the blue flame, whatever the hell it is, all the way from the village, all the way up to here. Now, we would not be able to do that in a normal circumstance, because the flame would run out, or die, or whatever. So how we get around doing that is by lighting the torches along the way, and then we're fine. I think that's correct. The alternative to that is that we actually require, or we are required, to light all of the torches along the way. I don't know if that's true or not, but like for instance, let's say we miss one torch because we think it's just, you know, there for our benefit rather than as part of the puzzle. Maybe we would then have to go and light that torch, otherwise we wouldn't be able to progress. I don't know. I don't know everything, you see. I could not possibly know everything. One thing I do know is that I need to head down here. And my stamina should be plenty enough. Plentiful enough, there you go. Plentiful enough to actually get down to this village. So we're getting a shrine indicator. If I can actually see this, there it is, over that way. Isn't it? No, that shit's blue. There's the shrine over that way. I mean, blue does point me to shrines, but only completed shrines. And this is definitely not a completed shrine. However, it is something that's marked on our map as being the blue flame. So let's go ahead and deal with that. I don't know how to actually carry this fire. Maybe don't burn your ass on it, Link. But I guess, do we have any torches? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Maybe we can light something on fire for that, I'm not sure. Well, let's just look around. Let's see if there's anything that we can burn. Maybe a branch that we can light. Because that would make a lot of sense if we could do that. What's over here? What is that? Oh, that's just a torch. Well, that's not really going in the direction where I need it to be going. Neither is that one. Shouldn't they be go... Where should they be going? Shouldn't we be going up there? Yeah. So, why is there a torch over that way? So, I mean, that one's okay. That one's in the clear. But that doesn't explain the one down there. I don't know. I'm guessing I need some sort of torch of some description to be able to light this thing. Can I destroy the scarecrows, maybe? How do I attack in this game again? Don't worry about me. Well, I don't know. If I interact with these torches, will it give me a hint? No, I can't interact with them, so Should we talk to someone in the village first? I don't really know. But let's just go to the fire and see what we can do with it. Maybe I'll mess around with it a little bit and hopefully achieve something. If not, then I'll be sad. So, I was thinking, maybe it'll light this on fire. Now, yes, I understand. I could maybe use the korok leaf and light that on fire. In fact, you know what we'll do? We'll save. I'm coming up with all the good ideas today. We will save, and if burning the korok leaf did not work, and then we're just out of a korok leaf with no benefit for us, we will reload the game. That should work fairly well for us. I'll double check YouTube to see if anything's going on. Don't believe that there is. Nope. But fortunately things are live streaming there. That is what is most important. Given that it is a Let's Play video, I don't really need to interact with anyone. I don't particularly care. So anyway, now that we have saved, we can go and resort to drastic measures. What the bloody hell are you doing? Can you not? Anyway, so light this shit on fire. There we go. So I think that that's actually necessary. However, look at this thing. This thing's going to just burn out really, really fast. Look at this. How can this stay lit for so freaking long? I have a feeling that once the flame dies out, it's going to take the korok leaf with it. So I'm a bit scared. What I can tell you absolutely is that when I first did this, I was not using the korok leaf. I was instead using a bokoblin club, I think. Now, in my mind, the bokoblin club would last a lot longer than the frickin' korok leaf. I'm astounded that this is lasting so long, in fact, but anyway. Can I run with this Oh my god, I've done it now, but it didn't take the korok leaf with it. Is it damaged? It looks kind of damaged, doesn't it? Whatever. At least I can get the flame back. Light that shit up. It actually looks really cool like this. You get a real good look at the flame. So, I can only hope that I'm going in the right direction. If I'm not, then this is going to be a very sad experience. I think... Am I going in the wrong direction? Hold on. See, from further down there, it looked like this was going to lead up to that point, but it's really frickin' not, so... At this point, I'm slightly concerned. Slightly. Not hugely, but slightly. So... I don't know why it was letting us go in this direction, okay? I'm going to just hold my hands up and say, I don't know. Because... figuratively, because I am able to literally do this now. Because I am visually appearing on camera. Yeah, there we go. So it killed the leaf. They'll all pay. Hey, you! What do you want? Oh, don't act so clueless. Although, fine. You seem harmless enough. Forgive me, I'm just a massive asshole. They come up from Hateno Beach to steal my sheep. Okay, well, Koyin, the sheep rustlers. Ooh, spooky. So, what I have a feeling about is... Okay, to start with, we're going to load the save previously. Not the autosave, but the one we actually manually saved. Because what we need right now is more stuff. As in, not just a korok leaf. We need something like a bokoblin club, like what I think I used originally. And that will hopefully do the job, maybe. I've got no idea. Regardless, I can tell you one thing, I'm not going to sacrifice the korok leaf in that situation. If I can be guaranteed that the korok leaf will take me from here to the top of that, over there, hey, I would sacrifice it, but it's not going to last that long. Even though I went in the wrong direction, I can just tell it will not make it. So, I need to try and get a bokoblin club. Now, if this is warpable, which I believe it is, if it's not, I will cry. Okay, you know what? Here's the suggestion that I will make to myself and then follow through with immediately. In fact, I'm following through with that suggestion before I've even verbally conveyed it to you. So obviously it's a good idea, so I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to discover this shrine and will then effectively have a warp point and then I will go to sort of the starting place. It's the Great Plateau, isn't it? I'm going to go there because that's the one place that I can think of that will take me straight to some bokoblins. I'm going to get their clubs and then use them as torches. Can you bloody stop with your stamina business? Although, to be honest with you guys, and this might astound you because I have a lot of negative things to say about this game. Not so much as a game in and of itself, but as a Zelda game. Even having said all of that, can I... Because I haven't... Oh, I need to activate the shrine first. I'm being dumb. Please go and examine it. Activate it, whatever. Examine, blah, blah. Just make it so that it's not orange. Now I can warp to it, I'm pretty sure. Does it let me warp to it when I'm standing right in front of it? Yes, it does. So, what we're going to do, and I'll get back onto that discussion that I was having in just a moment. And by just a moment, I mean now. What was the train of thought that I was on that I pulled myself out of? Come on, Doomlink. So, even though I say a lot of negative things about this game, I would still much prefer to play this than Skyward Sword. Why is that, Doomlink? Well, see this? See how it's like, you know, not a fucking Wiimote and nunchuck here? That is the reason why I would rather play this game instead of Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword has dungeons. Skyward Sword is a lot more like a traditional Zelda game compared to Breath of the Wild, but I would not prefer to play Skyward Sword because it feels like shit to play, whereas this does not feel like shit to play. So I do indeed have my priorities straight, I think. Anyway, so what we're going to do here, what am I'm connected to? Yeah, don't worry, I'm just double checking something as far as my playback. That looks like a place we can go to fight some bokoblins, but I want the place with the skull. And you know what I mean when I say the place with the skull, and I'm looking at it over here. Yep, that's where we want to go. Let's head down over there. We'll definitely be able to get there. Because when we first discovered the Hateno Tower, we didn't actually have this gliding business going on. You know what? I actually really, really love the idea of playing this game in the live streaming format. I wasn't sure if I would like it, but hey, now that I'm actually doing it, I made the right freaking decision, I'll tell you that much, because this is exactly what I needed when it came to playing this game. Because, you know, there's something about it, you have to understand, when you have it in your head that you need to set up the recording, then once you've recorded it, that's not it, you have to load it into Vegas Pro. Then you also have to edit it all together. Then you have to process it. Then you have to upload it. That affects your desire to even start that process in the first place, which means that therefore me wanting to actually record the game, that's not so much of a thing. Like, I don't really want to record the game at that point if I have all that I need to do. But if I'm able to do it like this, then all good. That doesn't concern me for other games. It's just with this game. I could get into details as to why that's the case. It mainly has to do with the fact that it's, yeah, not a game that I really want to play as far as priorities are concerned. I don't know how I'm able to do so much damage to these guys. Maybe this bow is really freaking good. They're just basic arrows, but ooh, yummy. That's what I like to see. I'll burn you all alive. But yes, so it must be a really good bow. I wasn't actually seeing what bow it was. Oh yeah, knight's bow. Maybe I shouldn't be using that. Let's use a weaker bow. The traveler's bow will do. Excuse my gassiness. I don't really want that bokeh bow. I'll pick up this stuff. And the arrows are actually really useful, so I'll take them. If you could maybe die? Don't fall asleep, just die maybe. As you can see, the weapon we're using right here is a lot weaker. I'm trying to get that critical attack off on him. That's not working at all. We need to maybe equip a different weapon. Die. So this club, we want to pick that up before it, you know, burns. And I wonder, now this is an incredible thought that I just had. This, if what I'm about to say, if what I'm about to propose as a possibility is actually true, then I have a lot of respect for this game. Now that I've picked up that spiked bokeh club that was on fire, I wonder if the weapon that I currently have here has the same durability loss as the club would have had in the hand of that bokeh blend while on fire. Like, does that carry over? If it does, then that's incredible attention to detail. If it doesn't, then I would not in any way be surprised, and I wouldn't, you know, consider that to be a negative. In fact, that would be a good thing. You should really get the weapon as a fresh, clean thing, you know, not something that had been weakened before you even picked it up. I would prefer it if that were the case, but I would have a lot of respect for the game if that lack of durability from it being on fire as a weapon used by the bokeh blend, if that indeed did carry over, that would be quite impressive, I would say. So I have been recording for about 30 minutes, but, okay, well, I don't really want to stop right now, but the problem is, I do have things I need to do. I need to, you know, get dinner ready and crap like that, so I can't really stick around and do another recording, otherwise I would, because, yeah. I have two choices. Either I don't record any more than what I've recorded right now, or I make this a longer video. I don't actually have any options beyond that. So, yeah, what I'll probably do is just not do a super long video. I'll stick to my decision, which was 30 minutes. Originally it was going to be 40 minutes, but I think, you know, 40 minutes should be the maximum. It shouldn't be like aim for 40 minutes and then maybe have a 45-minute long video. No. The range is 30 to 40 minutes, which is in effect 10 minutes more than what my Let's Play videos usually are. Usually it's within the range of 20 to 30 minutes. In phenomenally rare cases it will be more than 30 minutes, but maybe not phenomenally rare, but the point being that I would never aim to have a video at 30 minutes. I would always aim to have it, you know, at 20. But then I would still sometimes have a 30-minute long video. So therefore, it would be better then for me to have it so that I'm not wanting to do a 30-minute video. No, sorry, not wanting to do a 40-minute video and instead aim for 30 minutes. This is kind of cool. What is this even for? I'm trying to work out what the function of that would be. I'm sure it's there for a purpose. It wouldn't be for catching fish, would it? That wouldn't work. The fish would just swim away once you raised that. What are those for? They would definitely have a function, and it wouldn't be something that the Zelda people came up with. It would be some sort of old world thing, maybe. But so what I'm going to do is head up to the blue flame. I'm not stopping the recording just yet. I'll head up to where the blue flame is, and then I will stop the recording there. And can you stop? Like, look, all I want to do, this is... Okay, so all I want to do is just walk past the house, you see. But because I dare touch the house, I start climbing the fucking thing. Can you just not, maybe? Just relax? Stop climbing things randomly. And just do what I want you to do, Link, please. There should be some sort of climb toggle. Some sort of climb prompt, rather. Notice how we can actually move when out of stamina. This guy is a lot more respectable than Skyward Sword Link, because Skyward Sword Link, oh my god, when he runs out of stamina, he's not going anywhere. He's like, oh my god, that guy. Can't stand Breath of the Wild. No, I can't stand Skyward Sword Link. Breath of the Wild Link, I don't really have anything against him, but I don't like the idea of his Breath of the Wild clothes being the new Link clothes in games like Zelda. No, in games like Monster Hunter where they bring Zelda stuff over, like for instance in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, and in Double Cross as well most likely, you had the, might have been the G-rank version of the Link armor set, was not the traditional one, but instead the Breath of the Wild one. And someone asked me, why don't you use that one? It's because that's not Link. That's not how he's supposed to be dressed. That's the only thing that I could possibly have against this Link. Other than that, I don't really have a problem with him. He seems pretty solid to me. But Skyward Sword Link, oh my god. I hate the guy. Anyway, that's it for this video, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. As you can see in the... You see, this is one thing that's interesting about this. When it comes to my Let's Play videos, ordinarily speaking, I will always mention the date of the recording. And the reason why is because I will record it, and any length of time can pass between the time I record it and the time I actually upload it. But this time, because it is being live streamed, you can actually see when it was recorded. Not exactly, because how it works is, what you see on YouTube, the date that is published as far as when this was put on YouTube is actually the date or the moment in time that the video had fully processed and then was put to my channel. So you're not actually seeing the exact time when this was streamed, you're seeing the time when it was posted, but it's going to be the same day anyway. So as far as the date, which is the 11th of February 2019, it might say the 10th if... Actually, no, it should still say the 11th because it's they use US time, I think, for dating videos. So, yeah, it should be the 11th in the US as well. So, yeah, regardless, it's going to be the 11th. Don't worry about it. And I'm not going to be mentioning the date of the video recordings if I'm live streaming them, for the simple reason that you should already be able to see that very clearly in the video information. But regardless, I thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it will be in this same format. And I hope you enjoyed this format, really. Without further ado, I'm going to end the video, and I will see you guys in part 27.